We're for real now. Hopefully I can get it up. Anyway, it's the second hour of 11 Mile Sessions Live, and you know what that means, actual live music. And I have the pleasure of having my good friend Scott Baker with me. How you doing, sir?
Good, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing great. I've been looking forward to this.
Oh, it's been a long time coming, man. We've been talking about this for a few years now. So
Yeah, I mean, I've booked you before. I've gotten to see you play live, but this is the first time I actually get the whole enchilada.
you get to hear some actual songwriting here, right from the guy. So yeah, I appreciate you having me.
You're very welcome.
And the crew. I'm grateful for all yous.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Our pleasure. So we got a lot of good songs to go through. What would you like to start out with?
I think I'm going to start with a tune from my very first album, my first solo record called Between Seasons. This song is called Mellow Haze. It's pretty good kick off the night kind of jam, you know, and it works great acoustically as well as with the band when I'm playing with the band. So
I'll
would
have
like to
to
hear
see
that?
that someday.
Well, yeah. Well, you saw us briefly at the. It was almost 2 years ago at the Corktown Tavern there.
God, I was in 25 different places that day.
You were upstairs, downstairs, and I couldn't
All the
find you
way
even
around.
afterwards. I think we were all over. That was a cold night, man.
Yes, it was.
Here's a little Mellow Haze for you, though.
All right.
Sounds so good. I went driving with the sun on front. I was pushing towards him when the Ferris wheel came to an end. I wore sunglasses and still squint my eyes. Behind the wheel, nothing but rest up ahead. I was tuned out to a warm CD. I catch a new wave, I'm turning slow in fast traffic in a mellow haze. The world somehow goes by while you're putting on the brakes. There's a space between my ears that turns into a heartache, and no one was around. Around. I caught a faint glimpse of a dream. A front-seated bride, blind, it wasn't quite what it seemed. In that split second, everything was right. I forgot how to go back inside, and I couldn't hide. The world somehow goes by while you're putting on the brakes. There's a space between my ears that turns into a heartache. And no one was around. sound, the vibe, the wonder of it all will tune out into a blank stare. I will fall. And motivated by our surroundings and situated by the glow of a new spring. And that's what she'd sing. The world somehow goes by while you're putting on the brakes. There's a space between my ears that turns into a heartache. And no one was around. 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 Mellow Haze.
All right. That sounds so thick and rich there. There's something about an acoustic guitar, right?
Oh man, totally. Yeah. And the mix today is right on. We got a little bit of everything going here.
I mean, I love all kinds of music. We were talking about that before the show, but I don't understand why people, focus on so much of the fake stuff, I guess, if you will, the electronic, and just the beeps and blips and stuff like that. It's okay, but when you hear an instrument like that, it's like, wow,
It's amazing. You can go into different venues, different places, see different age groups nowadays. A lot of people want to focus on the current trend of having, tracks or hip hop effects or whatever it is, or just wanted to loop different things. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's not about the dancing and the chill factor of the cool time period. It's all about the music, and acoustic speaks the truth,
Not just guitars, but I mean, I
drums. Acoustic drums are the real feel. I mean, you can have pads, and they make some great ones nowadays. There's a lot of nice sounding stuff out there, but when you hear a guy playing the drums, you can feel it. You're in the room.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking like some of the drums of the other countries, like the steel drums and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
stuff's amazing.
There's so much out there nowadays. There's different genres and different. World music itself is. I don't know if it's as evolved as some have been, but because there's not enough radio stations to really promote that, But at the same time, the musicians and the music lovers know that it's out there, and it's funny because India, you got the sitar and the tabla.
I love the sitar.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of that music,
Thank you, George Harrison.
Yeah, totally. That's my guy right there. Yeah,
Or
Ravi
Shakti.
Shankar, whose birthday I believe was today. I think, or today was his passing or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's just there's Ali Farkatur, in Africa. World music speaks languages, and if you're able to appeal a little bit from all of them, and we talked about polkas earlier, Polish, Czechoslovakian, German. There's so many different styles, and music's an incredible tool for all of us to have. That's free to all of us, and if you can get a hold of anything, you can usually find something to enjoy.
Right, and you can communicate in a positive way,
Oh, totally. That's the currency that we all speak. I mean, if it comes down to, anything, we can all sing to each other, and there's peace there.
I've always said this. You could have 20 people in a room, all 20 of them from different countries, speak different languages, and you could still get all 20 of them to enjoy the same music.
Absolutely. It's bonding. It's in our hearts and souls. It's what moves your feet. It's why you see babies dance. I mean, it's a natural feeling.
Yeah.
And you can't take that away from humans, for sure. Even animals. I mean, there's animals that, man, once I've had a couple animals that they just calm when the music comes on, and that's why you see bands bring their animals on tour now. There's a lot of security there.
Yeah. Or like you think of birds and bird calls.
Yeah.
You think of the different sounds they make to communicate.
Oh, it's unbelievable. That's one of my favorite things is when spring comes around and hearing the different sounds of the birds return, especially here in Michigan. It's like, oh, the orchestra's back,
Yeah.
It's that time of year again.
Nature's orchestra.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
So this is from your first one. Now, how long ago did that come out?
Between Seasons was released in 2007. I was in a band prior to that called Muddy Gumbo. We were kind of a jam band, poppy jam band out of Bay City, Midland area. And
So is that basically where you're from? Or?
yeah, I'm from Bay City. I grew up in Essexville, which is a suburb of Bay City in a sense. Moved to Midland, then I moved to Saginaw, back to Bay City, and ironically, I'm back in Midland now. But the Tri-Cities has been my home my whole life. We had 3 really cool jam bands out of the late 90s come out. I don't know if we were cool, but I mean, the other 2 bands at least were. But there was Sprout and the Orange out of Saginaw. There was Gut Bucket Blues Band out of Midland. And then there was Muddy Gumbo out of, we said Bay City because I was kind of the de facto guy there. And we put out a record and 2 EPs. And in 2004, I got the gist to go do some shows on my own. I went solo in 2005, started recording the record in end of 6, and then 2007, Between Seasons came out, which is, I do most of that record still. It's fan favorites and
still
whatever
resonates
else.
with
Yeah,
you.
and it totally resonates with me. I really buckered down and wanted to hone into my chops and become a songwriter. I did a year and a half every Wednesday night at Brooklyn Boys Pizza when they were in a little shop in the corner of near the corner of Midland Street and Henry back in the day. And that year and a half, I really got my chops together and was able to really dictate, cover songs to original songs
So
to write.
Were you like busking or?
Nope, I was inside the pizza shop. I would bring in friends and fans and musicians and have some sit in and have some do their own little set, just
Kinda
give them
like
open
an
mic. Yeah. And Kevin gave me that space, the owner, Kevin Novolino, did for a year and a half. And I had a couple local musicians that knew of me, and they come up afterwards and they at different times, and they were like, your meter, you used to have a meter that was kind of like a little fast, a little slow, a little this, you got your meter together in that year and a half, and now you can do pretty much everything you want. And it's like,
Right.
I developed my ability to settle into a song. And from there, I've put out 6 records and some other odds and ends. But my most recent record, Purpose, came out in 2023, and that was a concept record in the kind of like Pink Floyd meets Moody Blues. That's what I'm told, Moody Blues. I was never a big fan of Moody Blues, but people tell me it sounds like that. I had guys tell me it sounds like Beck. I don't know, but it was concept-y. It was written about the purpose spots of life.
Yeah.
That we all just don't have one purpose. We have many different purposes at different times in our lives. And that was my 6th record anyway.
Wow. I'd have to check that out. I really like the Moody Blues. I don't like everything they did,
Yeah.
but there were certain songs that were gems.
I kept getting that feedback. This sounds like Moody Blues. And I'm like, wow. I have certain songs like myself that I like. Never went and bought the records or anything. I have a couple on vinyl that were hand-me-downs, but it's interesting because I was, concept album. You think Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here. You think I worked with Dick Wagner in his studio in Saginaw for a few years, and
Oh, wow.
of course, Welcome to My Nightmare, one of the biggest concept albums of all time.
Yeah.
And and Dick would always comment, Scott, you're a songwriter. You need to keep honing that craft. And he'd call me when he moved to Arizona and give me updates on what he thought of my music and stuff. And I opened
Nice.
for him when he came home a couple times. But
Yeah.
having growing up in the '70s, concept records were a pretty cool thing. And somehow during the COVID, I had already planned to do concept record, but this whole idea of finding your purpose came together. So that ended up being my 6th record, but I've got lots of various albums throughout the years, and Between Seasons was the start.
Okay. Are most of them available physically or?
I do have CDs available, a ton of Between Seasons, because as a brand new musician going solo, I bought a ton to sell. So those are still widely
Oops.
available. I have a little bit of Purpose left to sell, but all the other middle albums seem to be pretty much sold out. There's a few of Hollowed Size, my acoustic record, which is my 5th album. There's a few of that left out there. Electric Kitchen, Bay City, shout out to them. They have CD copies of what I have left. I'm sold out of my 2nd record, Details and Desire, my 3rd album, Northern Hospitality, Volume 1, and my 4th record, Community Aspire, which I did with a lot of various musicians and friends in the business. And but you can get all of them on my Bandcamp page, scottbaker.bandcamp.com.
Nice.
Or you can go to scottbakermusic.com, which is my website. At the top is all my pages, you know, and you can find me easily on there.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do another song.
All right. Let me do a tune off the second record here. This was the first time I was ever told. We played this in a Grand Rapids when we were on doing a bunch of shows one year, and I had kids come off the hook when I got off the stage to where they could download, because downloading was a big hip thing back in late 2000s. And where can we get that? And I didn't even have it out yet, but to this day it did pretty well for me. It's a song called "Getting There." Come down now, I hear you say, I never thought the sun would come out today. I light my path just to find my way. And while I'm getting there, everything will be okay. 'Cause back in the day, we were young. Growing up seemed to take so much time. I'm searching for a song that had been unsung. And we're ripening like a berry on the vine. Fresh out of school, didn't know what to do. We're taking the wrong path that never gave us a clue. Take it or leave it, for what it's worth, I'll be getting there soon, like the salt of the earth. Somewhere in the middle, get your first glimpse of it all. Your heroes pass on and life can slow to a crawl. But still the children breathe new life every day. And you were once getting there yourself the same old way. Taking old age like a buzz, a bump in the road. Grandma and Grandpa sat and watched our lives unfold. Now they look into the sky for a whisper in their ear. 'Cause they'll be getting there soon, that one thing is clear. Fresh out of school, didn't know what to do. We're taking the wrong path that never gave us a clue. Take it or leave it, for what it's worth, I'll be getting there soon, like the salt of the earth. Take it or leave it, for what it's worth, I'll be getting there soon, like the salt of the earth. Come down now, I hear you say, I never thought the sun would come out today. I light my path just to find my way. But while I'm getting there, everything will be okay. Getting there.
All right. I definitely want to talk about a few more things, but looking at the clock, I want to squeeze some more songs in, if that's all right. So,
Yeah, whatever you'd like to do.
all right. What would you like to do next?
Well, let's take you on a little trip.
I always like going on a trip.
Yeah. Well, here's a song off my fourth album. I was talking about my Community Spire record. I wrote this record to get involvement from a lot of the musicians I had played with over the years, as well as the musicians I've known. I've worked at studios, I've worked with some bigger names, and I've gotten to write with some people. And I was able to call and and say, hey, would you like to be on this song? I think the song fits for you. And and the record ended up being pretty cool. I mean, the great Bob Hausler is on it. Larry McRae is on Reality, singing and
Nice.
playing. Adam Levy from Nora Jones Band. He's also on my first record. A good friend of mine. He got me some tracks for this record. And Brandon Calhoun, who's the Rockstar NXS runner-up out of Beaverton. I mean, we did some community stuff, and we had some good players. And I wrote this song right at the same time. I just had my twins, and they're 15 now. And I
They
wrote
grow
this.
up fast, don't they?
Yeah, it's a boy and a girl, Dylan and Addison. They're my loves, and they are music inclined. They are all about the music and theater, and all about the arts. They are artsy kids, and
Wonderful.
I wrote this song thinking this is gone in a blink of an eye, and it's a song called Fleeting. As the morning arrived, I watched your expressions and thrived, yeah. I was lost in silence stare, you're fleeting away. Mine for sure, how soon you'll not be there. It's like you've always been here, a part of me that sees so clear. It's what your smile does for me, and it feels the same. I'm just a corner piece of your puzzle frame. With each step as it ripples when it's wet, your colors change with the seasons. I hear the song you sing, I know I shouldn't feel, but it breaks my heart for the right reasons. Take each step like a photograph, you'll never capture it all. And hold me close now, lock me tight inside your arms. This chapter's in says I take the fall. I hear your voice in my mind, I see you make your choices in time. So much it impacts on me, I'm lucky to see how you make your way to break free. And with each step as it ripples when it's wet, your colors change with the seasons. I hear the song you sing, I know I shouldn't fear, but it breaks my heart for the right reasons. And take each step like a photograph, you'll never capture it all. And hold me close now, lock me tight inside your arms. This chapter's in says I take the fall. Take each step like a photograph, you'll never capture it all. And hold me close now, lock me tight inside your arms. This chapter's in says I take the fall. Beautiful, fleeting way.
All right. Yeah.
They're 15, phew, gone.
Blink and they'll be twice that age.
I know. Everybody's telling me, just wait. I see the gray more every day.
Well, I've been seeing the gray for a long time. So. In fact, I lost the hair a long time ago.
Oh man.
I still have it, but I was one of those people that I've made a plan from the get-go. Once it reached a certain point,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
Oh,
I'm
gee.
done. You know?
Well, you told me to bring some to borrow, so I brought you some.
You got enough for both of us, and then some, don't you?
I do.
Bastard.
The kids would tell you his dad's getting a little bald on top, but hey,
Ah,
I get it.
that's why you got that head. I don't know. It worked out really well for me when I first started shaving my head. It amazed me, actually. I started having younger girls come up to me, and I was like, "Holy crap! What did I do?"
Well, see, there's the problem. We're always at venues, and you always are surrounded with chicks, so I never can talk to you. So that's always the problem.
I'll say this real quick, and I'll get it over with. But I was actually, when I first shaved my head, I was at St. Andrews, and I was seeing one of those alternative groups, and I was up in the upper part of it, and all of a sudden I felt this hand going like this on my back of my head. I turned around and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to jail. I just smiled and walked away.
Oh, you cracked me up, man. That is funny.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do that now, obviously, but when I first did it, it actually made me look a lot younger.
Oh man, you got it going. You got it going, man. I'm always looking for you at the shows. Come on, where's Scott at? Oh, Scott's busy. Okay.
That's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna do a tune here off my 5th record here. I did an acoustic record with a killer band I had at the time. We were just pre-COVID, and we did a lot of shows. And I had a hot guitar player, Josh Corian, in my band for a little while. And we were like, let's get in the studio, and they're like wanting me to have all this electric material, and I'm like, I'm feeling the acoustic vibe. So I'm doing a tons of acoustic shows. Actually, I do more acoustic shows now than I do anything, but it had just really ramped up, and I'm like, I think I need to do an acoustic record. At that point, I had put out my first record, my second record. I was coming out of the jam thing with Muddy Gumbo, and I was honing my songwriting skills. And the third record was more of a band record, Northern Hospitality. So when it came time for after Community Aspire with all the guys in the area, it was like, let's do an acoustic record, and it turned out really well. I'm really happy with the hollowed size, and this is a song called "Feel the Fall." I have to use a cheat sheet because I don't get to play these songs that often, so I'm like making sure I'm on point for you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You want to let me go, say it isn't so. We've come so far now, it looks like far ahead. I can't get out of bed, I need direction to show me how. Scratching that itch, no need to bitch. Can get your point across, but the chill is in the air. You don't really care. This rock is gathering moss. I feel the force stirring, can't stop the wind from blowing. You act so unknowing. Change is gonna come, it's gonna make me crawl. Can you feel the fall? This top shelf far too long, those drinks don't last a song. I need to polish the spirit, lock the side your mind. Some are so unkind. Take a breath before you fear it. I feel the fall stirring, can't stop the wind from blowing. You act all so knowing.
Nice.
Just messed around with the ending. It was cool having a band to play on that because this band's expecting to rock and they're going in the studio and they're playing acoustic tunes and we had some fun. We had a really good record come out then. It was fun. It's one of my favorite ones to do off that record, especially fall time. And here we are coming almost into winter here. So, woo.
It feels like winter to me. I don't know you.
Thanksgiving about knocked it in the butt there. Yeah, I think it's we're gonna have one of those Michigan winters this year. You know, definitely. Whole
I'm still
state's under
grateful
white.
though. We had summer all the way till about Thanksgiving.
It was hot. He was hot, and then there was times in September it was cooking. It's like, wow. Yeah, for sure.
The only thing that pisses me off is I never got to finish raking my leaves. I've got a couple of like really huge oak trees in my backyard, and we're talking like bag after bag. Every 3 days I can fill like 10 of them.
Whew. We did a couple different rake times this year, and we managed to get most of it out. And, but our trees dropped in one day. It was like everybody in the neighborhood's raking. Ours are still up in the air. Ours are still good. And all of a sudden, one little cold night came and some rain the next day.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's over. Boom. And we're going out this weekend and we're raking and we knocked it out. So
I still have leaves on both my trees.
Woo.
I'm going to and I've got like 12 bags in my garage. And probably have to wait till next year to take them out in the front.
Well, at least by then maybe you can just blow them up and get them in the suck them in your more. And
yeah. Well,
Michigan problems.
What makes me happy is I know the squirrels will be warm this winter.
That's the truth. People look at it in a lot of different ways. That's a good thing for the ground animals.
I always leave a certain amount. I found out about that years ago. It's like you realize that the animals actually need some shelter in the wintertime. That, and if you don't leave them something like leaves, they climb up into your car and they ruin your engine.
I've heard of that and had some friends had that happen.
I had 2 different vehicles where they actually got in there. The wiring now in the cars is eco-friendly, but it's like candy to them.
Oh.
So they'll go in there and not only make a nest, but they'll chew the wiring of your car.
Oh my gosh. Woo. That's crazy.
So they can have all the leaves they want in my backyard.
Stay there.
All right, let's do another one.
All right, next tune I'm going to do here is from my most recent record, Purpose. This is where the album divides between the songs that are talking about finding your purpose and knowing that different stages in life you can find them, and then the song called Hardcover separates the record, and you find out it's truthful. You got to go and work your angles, and find your purpose, and from there, the songs are really flowing in a positive direction. But anyway, Hardcover is my acoustic one, the one acoustic one on the record. And I wrote this one in Arizona with my best friend Dan on his guitar when I was visiting him. And it's the last tune I recorded for the record, but it's the one that's right in the middle, and people really seem to be digging this last couple of years. Bonded strong. Life is a hardcover, bold and firm when things are wrong. Life is a hardcover, your leaf into unguarded truth. Life is a hardcover, it's just like me, it's just like you. The paperback writer, it's not a soft spine fighter. When your grip keeps getting tighter, this one, yeah. Life is a rare hardcover. Life is a hardcover.
All right. So, what were some of your heroes when you were growing up, Scott? Made you say, "Hey, I want to do that. I want to be a singer. I want to play guitar, or whatever."
Nothing inspired me really to be a singer. I was never going to sing. I was just going to play music. I played tenor sax in 5th grade through my senior year, and I still can play I still play tenor.
Mhm.
My daughter plays saxophone. I had a guitar since '86. Still trying to get good at it. Still trying to do it. You know, it's a pain in the butt, but I love it. It's my tool that gives me expression. I learned that tone is in your hands, as well as your beer gut, as well as your height and weight, and your eyes and your voice that comes through your blood. I was grateful enough to be surrounded with Dick Wagner and Larry McRae and Bob Hausler, and
How did you run into all these guys?
they're up in my area back in the Larry's still up there, Bob's still up there. Dick was working out of Saginaw in the '90s into the aughts, and I was his publicist. I became a music journalist in the mid '90s for the Bay State Times, the Saginaw News, and I brought music to Delta College in the paper, and the fact that I started getting a regular publicity coming to Delta for CDs back in the day, free CDs.
CDs, what are those?
Yeah, right. And the Times grabbed me, and I slowly, I'm like, well, I want to interview this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. And they all got to know me, and then there was a band up there that allowed me to jam and express myself with them and try to get out and get my fingers right and learn some chords. And then when it came time to form Muddy Gumbo, nobody wanted to sing. We were all just, well, I guess we'll just be doing Santana instrumentals, or something, But I'm like, no, we need to sing. And I love to write, so I became a songwriter. So I had to develop my voice. I had to develop my style. And that's 25 plus years in the making right here,
So is that a sheer necessity? You know who else, a famous person that never wanted to sing, but nobody else wanted to do it, was Peter Frampton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He says, I don't want to sing. That's the last thing I want to do. But he couldn't find anybody else to do it. I mean, he would do backup vocals when he was with Humble Pie.
Yeah,
with
you
Steve
could hear
Marriott.
him with Steve Marriott on
I mean,
those,
you recognize that
Totally.
voice. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
But when he went solo, it's like, nobody else wanted to do it. It was like, okay,
didn't
I
know
guess
that.
I'm going to have to sing.
That's how it happened for me. I mean, I was highly inspired by all sorts of music growing up. My mom had a 45 collection. My dad, and her 45s were Beach Boys, Beatles, you know. My dad had country, Tammy Wynette, Jim Reeves, Patsy Cline, and going to my best friend's house growing up at the age of 2 and 3 through churches and graduating together. His dad had Yes, Genesis, King Crimson, Deep Purple,
Now we're talking.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And, you hear Yes and you're like, that's it, Frank Zappa, and it's like my head's in every direction.
That's a whole different world there, Zappa.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I pull from now. I pull from all of it. I mean, I'm inspired by everything, going all the way back. I guess my songwriting, they always ask me when they book you at a new bar or something, like, what do you do? It's like somewhere between classic rock, singer-songwriter, and Americana. I can blend the Stones and Van Morrison. I can update it to the Black Crowes, Tom Petty, Beach Boys, and it's always covers, And then I slip in where I've been successful, knock on wood, is I have always only agreed to do gigs where I can slip in 5 or 6 of my own tunes every night, Sometimes I do a little more, sometimes I do a little less, depending on the night and the crowd.
Yeah.
But I've been looking to do more of my own stuff lately, and actually I'm in the midst of writing a new Muddy Gumbo reunion album right now. So
So most of the members are going to be there? Or
yeah, we
part of it?
got the guys that left off with the band. They want to be back in it. And then I also have my children, which want to be part of something, and I want to leave them a little legacy because they're musicians.
Okay, so we're
And
going to hear sax on this thing.
Saxophone. We're going to put horns on the new record. I mean, I got all these ideas,
Nice.
I'm telling a little bit before the horse here, but, I
Look
got a
forward
lot
to
of
it.
ideas. I want
When
some
you get that
female
all
vocals.
together, you're going to come back here and
Oh,
all of
yeah.
you are going to be on this show.
Well, hopefully we'll be in that other room on that stage. That's the goal,
There you go. Or you play Corktown Music Festival.
Dude,
Won't win
you
it.
know I'm always there for you if I can make it, man. If I got the gas, I'll be here. You know that. I appreciate that.
All right.
I'm gonna give you a tune off of the third record. Here's you guys like stories, I'm sure. So I've been writing with Larry McRae for since 98, 99. I mean, I was in the studio with him for the Larry McRae record and the his last 4 or 5 records anyway. But when Joe Bonamassa came to town, Larry and I had been little by little writing together, and he'd always bounce his ideas off me. And for the new album, I actually have a co-write on there, and got to, they were going to actually do one of my songs, and they demoed it with Joe on guitar and Larry, but that got cut off the record because they were going to put it on vinyl at the time, I guess, and make it so big, 10 songs instead of 12, that kind of thing. But I do have a co-write with Charlie Walmsley, the great writer from Michigan, I'm a huge fan of, and he's a close friend of mine. And Larry and myself, and we all did some tunes. Anyway, Larry wanted my song Back Pocket off my third record all these years, and we were going to do it for the first Larry record with Joe a couple years back when Joe came to Bay City, and Joe was burned out, didn't want to hear anything extra, and Larry had plenty of material, so we didn't worry about it. But I demoed this for Josh Smith over Zoom like a couple years ago, or maybe a year ago. And they cut it. Hopefully it comes out on a bonus track somewhere someday. But Larry really likes this tune, and
There's always time.
Oh, he's one of my biggest supporters. He calls me, and it means something. I mean, when I'm going through something and he knows about it, he's on my phone. Larry and I have always been there for each other. When he lost Paul, I spent the night at his house, with him until the wee hours, holding on to him and talking. And we've always had a really good bond. We've known each other since the early 90s. So I've just been blessed to have some great musicians in the area that count on me and that have allowed me to try to express my songwriting. So even if I'm a rock guy and he's a blues guy, he wants a little of that, and he's always liked the song. So hopefully this will come out someday with those guys.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's on my third record. It's called Back Pocket.
Love's been out of touch. You figure you can't make it. Life's been too much, and all the windows all got blurry. The days just run thin, and the moment is exhausting, and you feel like giving in. Well, I'm in your back pocket. Handle me with care. Know with each passing breath, I'm always there. I'm in your back pocket. Handle me with care. Know with each passing breath you take, I'm always there. When you're running on empty, time has passed you by, and the mirror's got my questions and answers, and you're always asking why. If those mountains can't be climbed, and you're living on your last dime, should the good Lord have covered his eyes, 'cause you missed all the signs? Well, I'm in your back pocket. Handle me with care. Know with each passing breath, I'm always there. I'm in your back pocket. Handle me with care. Know with each passing breath you take, I'm always there. Just catch a glimpse of the sunshine today, or wish upon a star before it fades away. When you're lost inside and the road splits ahead, hold on real tight no matter what path you're led. In your back pocket, handle me with care. Know with each passing breath, I'm always there. I'm in your back pocket. Handle me with care. Know with each passing breath you take, I'm
pocket, man.
All right. One of these days, we'll get it out there.
Yeah.
Well, it is already out there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But let someone else that can actually get it out there. I love songwriting for other people and having them grab a hold of it. You know, it doesn't happen very often, but I'm always trying it. Always trying to sell a tune.
So I almost forgot. Before we get out of here, we gotta talk about that show, the podcast or whatever.
Michigan Music History Podcast. Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about that for a moment.
Super successful podcast that I've been gracious enough to have some of the kindest guests and hosts with me. In COVID, this would have been 2020. Blues scholar and Lazy Lester manager and co-musician, School Kids Records maestro Fred Reif put a post on Facebook in the Bay City area saying, somebody give me some Bay City polka stories for my books. He's an author, you know, a really good author. And I'm like, oh, crap, you just opened up a floodgate, buddy. So I called him, you know, and he kind of knew me, remembered me. I go, what are you doing asking about Bay City? You know, I thought he was from Ann Arbor still, you know, and living down there. He was originally from Bay City, Saginaw, and had record stores all those years. And Fred goes, I just moved to Essexville. I'm out at the end of Knight Road. I'm like, well, shit, I'm right down here on Knight Road the other way on Ridge. And he's like, you're kidding me. I'm like, no. I says, well, I'll mask up and come over. He goes, well, let's do that. I says, do you know Gary Johnson by chance? Now, Gary, he runs the Rock and Roll Michigan Legends Hall of Fame, which is curated and ran in Bay City, Michigan. And Gary's been running the Rock Legends Hall of Fame for many years, and he's the guy that people call from all the national magazines to find out Michigan music history. And Gary was my old teacher from Kramer Junior High, my basketball coach, good friend forever. He lives in Essexville, too. And I was just on the outskirts in Hampton and Bay City. So we're kind of in a triangle. So I called Gary, and he's like, I'm in Jersey right now, but I'd love that idea. Let's do a podcast. Fred's like, I don't know what a podcast is, but let's do it. So we convened at my friend Alan Garcia's podcast studio, who put up the first podcast studio in the Tri-Cities in around 2004 or 5, real early on. Like, he is one of the first earliest podcasts.
Pioneer.
Yeah, and like he's still going. Anyway, we got to use his studio. He worked with me at the Bay City Times as a graphic artist, and he always said, dude, you know so much music stuff. Come down and do a podcast. Well, now's the time. So during COVID, we hashed it out, and we started in February of 2021, I believe. Yeah, because we'll be going on 5 years here. And coming up, wow, 5 years already. And we started the podcast and started out talking and getting some local guys that really know how to talk about music. And then we did a thing on the Alice Cooper Detroit album. And I couldn't get Alice to talk on the phone or do anything. And we were sort of like, you know, we should just get a hold of some of the big musicians in this area and have it come, you know. And we started doing that. And now every 2 weeks we release an episode. As of today's Thursday. Chuck Bartels, Detroit bassist, is on part 1 of 2, come out today. His second part will come up 2 weeks from today on Christmas.
Okay.
In January, starting a new year, we always have a big guest, and we have Drew Abbott from, Silver Bullet Band.
Nice.
He came up to join us. Like, we're starting to really build momentum. Musicians are telling other musicians, and they're spreading the word. And we're like, we want to tell, do you want to tell your story? We'd love to tell our story. And it's like, the podcast really took off. So it's MMHP 989, Michigan Music History Podcast in the 989 zip code area. Or not zip code, telephone, code. So we call
Area
ourselves,
code, yeah.
MMHP in the 989. Our podcast is our hub where we put out current information. Libsyn's our host. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, you name it. We're on their podcast thing, We're constantly getting hit with things to build us up and make us bigger and better. We keep getting things saying we're in the top 5 or 6 or 10 sometimes of Michigan hot podcasts.
Wow.
It's great. We've done every style of music. We're not just rock. We're not just metal. We're not just pop. We're not country. We're everything. We've done country. We've done polka. We've done every kind of music you can think of that's been done in the state. And we've also gotten to hit a lot of the stars that are still alive along the way. And our favorite thing is to tell the story of the guys that are, they're retired now. Our goal is to like say, hey, Bob Seger, you and Punch should just come on the show and just give the whole story.
Right.
We're professional, let's do this,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And Drew did it, and I'm talking to this guy and that guy, and they're all calling all their other friends, SRC and all these bands in the 60s, the 70s, and now, so we've really ramped up the MMHP in the 99, and that really helped take off a whole other side of my journalism side as the host on that show. And we've consistently put out a new episode every 2 weeks since 2021 of February.
Nice.
And we've got well over 100 episodes. You can find us, just look up the Michigan Music History Podcast or MMHP 989 / on Facebook and Guitar Hub.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all over like this show.
That's wonderful. I mean, a lot of people talk about Detroit, and believe me, there's just a boatload of stuff that has come from the city of Detroit.
Oh, man.
But people don't realize, Michigan, just Michigan as a whole, you find out about all these famous musicians that might have been from the west side of the state or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but what was it, wasn't the guy that did that song Runaway? I think he was
That was
from...
Del Shannon.
Yeah, he was from the west side of the state.
I had no clue till Gary told us to the hall. We broadcast in the Hall of Fame now, and it's like, oh yeah, he's on the wall here.
Yeah.
I didn't know Del Shannon was from Michigan. And it's like, oh yeah, run away. It's
Yep.
like, okay.
Yep.
I'm learning all that, 50s and 60s, and Gary's way into the doo-wop thing, so that's where his heart's at. And man, I'll tell you what, I've learned so much from Fred. Learned so much from him. Mike Beatty joined us as a fourth guest host, and he does all of our video archiving.
Mm-hmm.
He joined us in the midst of 2022, a year and a half kind of into our podcasting. And so we have a well-rounded bunch of guys that really know music. Gary and Freddie are, they're in the 70s and 80s, 70s, and Mike's in the 60s. I'm in my 50s, and it's great because one musician calls his next 5 friends, and they're bigger. You're getting bigger and bigger up here, and it's like we're getting the great stars and this, and like, oh my gosh, we can tell your story, Please get a hold of us. We'll tell your story, because that's what it's about. It's not just bragging that you're a rock star or a country star.
How many hit singles you had?
That's not it.
How many groupies you had when
what?
you were young?
Maybe your grandkids want to know how it started, and maybe it's out there in such a mess through the journalism all these years, and you can just sit down and say, this is actually how it happened, and that's what we love,
Yeah, it's culture.
Yeah,
it really
totally
is.
culture. Yeah, and I'm grateful to be doing that. It's completely free too. It's like anybody can listen to it. You don't need to tune in. Don't need to pay for anything. We do this out of our own heart.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're almost out of time. I really appreciate you coming down to see us, Scott.
Well, thank you,
Really
Scott.
enjoyed it. We're going to do one more. What I usually do is I sign off. So once I say goodbye, it's all you.
We can
All
do a
right.
couple
Well,
tunes,
if
maybe.
you want to do 2, but I'm going to shut up because I want to hear the music. So you let us know what you're going to do, and we'll take it from there.
All right, I'm going to do a song I wrote. It's on the acoustic record called Little Whistle. This song has legs of its own amongst my fans. As my grandpa always had a little whistle everywhere he went, and when he passed away, I kind of grabbed some of that and grabbed some of the life and put it together in a song called Little Whistle. And the band loves it because it's almost got that Allman Brother jammy thing going on, but it's
Nice.
at the same time it's a basic, like Melissa. It's got a good thing to it, and I think that's where people grab it,
Little whistle in rough times, like a moment from long ago. I remind myself of what it's like. There's so many places to go. Time passes by like the wind, forgetting where we begin. Empty left out feeling the tears, and tomorrow's already here. Tuck me in, take me back. Return me to the dreams I once had, where the roads are all unknown. Before decisions narrowed my soul, took me in to take me back, prepare me for what I lack. Times eroded my fantasy from the person that would be me. And there's an innocence in the air, nothing corrupt beyond despair. Channels of repose and repair. This wind keeps blowing through my hair. I can play the name game, I make a blame chain of fame. It's a lost backstory key. Nobody was there but me. Tuck me in, take me back, return me to the dreams I once had, where the roads are all unknown. Before decisions narrowed my soul, took me in and take me back, prepare me for what I lack. Times eroded my fantasy from the person that would be me. To the dreams I once had, where the roads are all unknown. Before decisions narrowed my soul, took me in to take me back, prepare me for what I lack. Times eroded my fantasy from the person that would be me. Little whistle in rough times, like a moment from long ago. I remind myself of what it's like. Little Whistle. It's on my 5th record, Hollowed Sides. Thank you. I'll give you one more here if you want. Yeah, sound good? This is a song I wrote coming out of Muddy Gumbo. It was the first time ever I had a song and a lyric and music come together all as one, like a download, like, oh my gosh, it's all here, it's all now. It shocked me, it scared me. I was living by my own in Midland at the time, and I was like, I can do this? It was like a gift, you know? And Nora Jones happened to be playing Midland Center for the Arts in 2002, I think it was. And Adam Levy was her guitar player that night, and I just sat there with my jaw on the floor all night. And I already heard of Nora. She wasn't really the next big thing at the time. She was just on her way up. Like the next month was the Rocket. And Adam was in the lobby selling his CD, walking around, hey, baby, want to buy my CD? And I'm like, hey, I'll buy your CD, man. Nice to meet you. I'm Scott. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And we went back to my apartment, and he's like, I'm a huge George Harrison fan. And I said, I just happen to have a whole wall of George Harrison. And he's like, oh, my gosh, you know. I'm like, can you burn this for me? CDs, you know. We're talking about CDs. So we gave each other phone numbers and stuff, and I sent my song somehow or told them about Chance Meeting. And I flew to New York and hung out with them and got to do some nice stuff with Adam over the years. And he's like, I want to come play on some songs of yours. And I'm like, all right, well, he flew in on tour before they played Ann Arbor for the Michigan Theater gig in 2004, maybe 2005.
No, it was right when I went solo, so 2005 or 6. And anyway, he come up, spent the night, cut the track in Mount Pleasant where I was recording the record, and he loved the tune. It was the first time he played with me, and then he returned the favor years later on Community Aspire. Played on 2 tracks on that record. But this is that song that just came to me, and he's like, that's how the magic happens, man. It's a song called Chance Meeting.
It's a long, long way to get where you're going. Takes a long, long time, a long, long time to go. It's a clear, clear day. See what you show me. With all that in mind, I bet you didn't know. Watching through the glare, I couldn't control my stare. I saw my reflection return, vanish into thin air. In time, I will find there is much I have learned. It all comes and goes, and I bet you didn't know. Stand still and wonder how to return to the place. In your mind, you will find plenty of room for that space. Hard to say if there be a day that I feel so low. All comes and goes, and I bet you didn't know.
Chance Meeting off my first record, Between Seasons. Thank you, Scott.